Welcome to your magical moon message. This is the Peace Dealer, aka the Magician, aka Magic Mike. Y'all know what it is. The moon is in Leo. It has just entered Leo. And yeah, the sun is in Sagittarius preparing to blast off. We had the moon in Gemini, which was the first of a 3-stage full moon. Sagittarius shows you the philosophical approach fueled by passion, and Gemini is its opposite sign. Make sure that any such philosophy is underladen with actual logic. Otherwise, you'll just have people blowing hot air, saying things that look like they make sense, but there is just completely stupid hogwash. All right, and with the Pisces square, you have the proliferation of beliefs and philosophies that are not necessarily backed up by actual experience analysis. All right. You see this with the common notion, which you'll probably see more this season, of people who, let me use astrology as an example. This same example can apply to the field of biology. Okay. Where you have people who speak about a subject. They look superficially about what is spoken about the subject, how people colloquially think about the subject, and they give you misleading ideas and philosophies about it, which look riveting. It's not like there isn't truth in them. There's truth in everything if you think about it, and even a lie. And personally, this could allow you to think that maybe this person is showing you something, versus now someone who has actually studied this for over 10 years, has over 10,000 hours of experience, that can see the nuances of the subject being spoken about and easily debunk such line of thought. All right, that's the nuance between those who actually know what they're talking about versus those who look like they know what they're talking about. And without that level of experience, you know, it's very easy to just believe what looks like it might actually be true, when in actuality it's more comical than true. So yeah, something to keep in mind, because relative to a lot of this whole philosophical smorgasbord of people sharing their unsolicited opinions and ideas where they shouldn't even pick up a podcast mic, really, this could be a fog that in this I Told You So tour part 3 can really block a lot of the clarity, the true meaning and clarity the full moon is harvesting. The moon then went into Cancer to transform, based on your sincere personal emotions, this ascended perspective with psychic understanding. Now that you had a true meaning and clarity, this now filled in and colored in the lines with supernatural psychic insight. All right, metaphysical insight outside of this reality that you're still able to integrate through Virgo and analyze how something outside of here plays out in here, as above, so below. All right. As the moon in Virgo will be very instrumental of giving reality checks opposite Saturn to analyze a lot of the bullshit. I mean, a lot of the thought process and philosophy that you might just, see people just snitching on themselves. People snitching on themselves, shit, even myself included, I may not catch when I snitch on myself, is not uncommon, but it's going to be a lot more common now that we don't have an earth and air supported transit base. So it's just a lot of emotions and it's a lot of fire. All right. Venus, in and of itself, squaring Pluto, getting ready to come out of Libra, is getting ready to extremely shift and transform the partnerships you're meant to actually unlock, so that you can prepare for the eclipse in March that will activate your own personal authentic mission to push you towards the authentic development of your character. And that's what makes Sagittarius season relative to the eclipse in October very important, because This gives us the higher perspective of what direction we will eventually move into in another 4 or 5 months. We still have a final boss battle in Capricorn. So we had the full moon in Gemini, we had the 8th house Cancer moon, and now we have the 3rd stage of harvest, the Sagittarius signature, 240 to 270 degrees, with the golden light of Leo that will take the true visual quality through Gemini that we now colored in with deeper psychic insight, and now bring to the light the occult meaning hidden in the darkness, mystery of what we transformed by seeing and understanding the golden quality and vision. Because Sagittarius is a perspective, it's not an energy. When you hear people say Sagittarius energy, if it's not in the 2nd or 5th house, Sagittarius is just a perspective. Aries is a power, right? It's a nature of your own character, authenticity, or selfishness, depending on the spectrum. It's going to be a bit of everything. And then Leo is a quality. Leo is the quality of swag that you have in that character, for real. And this is what creates that fire trinity, so that the perspective of Sagittarius, when strengthened by the passionate, heartfelt strength, enables you to cast joy, right? Authenticity of Aries and originality generates love in Leo, the courage to express one's emotions, 2nd house of Cancer, and then love fully expresses 5th house Sag, joy, the experience of love. This is why Sagittarius sees into and teaches the meaning of love, the meaning, 9th house of love, Leo. This is why they're all adventurous and they can get away with doing near dumb, I would say the R slur, I want to say the R slur, very bad, near R slur, mechanics, and get away with it because of their own sense of luck that they create. It's not that they're really the most lucky, they are. It's just that they're willing to take way more tries than the average person. So it's going to look like they're more lucky, even though they're also more lucky. Both exist. But I like to think, I can think that's there. But yes, what this is going to do in completing this harvest that we truly seen is take this intellectual understanding and now strengthen what we are willing to show for it. Of course, now this strengthening of harvesting, the showing of this higher perspective, right? This golden ascension of your abilities, you're going to see the quality of. That's going to lead into the completion of Sagittarius. Completion will happen in 3 stages. Moon in Virgo, Moon in Libra, balsamic phase, Moon in Scorpio, which is going to be super dark because Sag is the brightest light, will cast the darkest shadow. And what this is going to do is apply this 3rd stage harvest into now changing the behavior of what we can accomplish, 10th house, because of the analysis, Moon in Virgo, of the strategy. If Moon in Gemini was looking at what you have, Moon in Virgo is analyzing how we can now maximize what you have. And if what you have is an analogy for supernatural abilities, you are on the verge of coming into real details and receipts of how to step into this ascension. Before Capricorn, we step into this power. Post new moon, blast off, 3rd stage breakthrough, I told you so tour, Sagittarius headlining new moon. In a nutshell, this is where things legitimately get fun. If this was a roller coaster, we've reached that 9th house peak and we may get ready to go down that roller coaster. There's many different ways you can see that, but I think this is a really great opportunity now that we've stepped into the social axis of the zodiac, Leo, Virgo, Libra, and Scorpio, to step out. Even if you're within and inside, step out of yourself and engage socially with yourself. That does not require social activity. It's just if you feel the need to go out and socialize, tap into that Moon and Leo energy and challenge yourself, as this will show you how much you, post-Scorpio season, have transformed. We also want to take into account that the sun is past the Jupiter quincunx. So over the next 10, 12 days, we are going to be slowly but surely reaching the Uranus quincunx, making a lot more innovative the sudden nature of literally just awakening super abilities that have always been awakened recently, but you are now seeing the effects of a recent post transformation. And this is cool because this is where we start to tap into the science fiction, fantasy-esque nature according to materialist reductionist science that you will be experiencing, especially analyzing coming into the moon in Virgo, as the philosophical nature of this moon Leo will be completed when the moon is in Aquarius 2 weeks from now, past the balsamic phase of moon Scorpio that will translate the advanced knowledge of the activation of this breakthrough ascension relative to the philosophical nature of what you are setting up right now, with the fixed quality of courage that will inspire you throughout this whole transit to show to the society around you the meaning of love for you, what you, and love doesn't have to be in a romantic sense, but more the passionate sense that expresses the courage of one's sincere feelings, the love and passion to exuberantly, if that's a word, express passion in what you do. Moon and Leo will help you see that quality. And what's also really cool about the moon in Leo is that it will be squaring Jupiter. It will be squaring Uranus, which is an eccentric challenge to not compromise the expression of your energico. If you've seen that movie with the master of disguise, energico is the life force with which you can basically have swag carry you through a plot of any movie. That's going to make sure you do not compromise it because of what other people may think and feel. You have to be challenged relative to how you balance the eccentric, super cringy weirdness that you may possess with now the swag that you can now make what used to be cringy. It's probably not going to be any more cool, but you could pretend it is. But regardless, this is definitely going to take natural qualities you are innovating, Uranus and Taurus, and evolving, and it's going to instantly begin to integrate as you will feel and see the seeds break through the ground relative to the moon Taurus transit we had, so that this will now extend the intensity of how much stronger through boldness and courage you bring to light with this fire sign trine these dynamics. The moon will also be very appropriately King Kungsing Saturn as soon as we step into this transit. So that will bring all together exactly how to express or feel into the expression of what will be altering and changing your perspective. So everything that you understood the true vision of, you are strengthening the quality with which you can not only perceive it, but now pioneer and teach and lead, because the way Sag teaches is by showing you. Okay, so this is going to be a fully demonstrative. If you think Leo is the performer on stage, this is a fully demonstrative act of very powerfully, preparing to set this up accordingly as it is meant to once again. And other than that, the more fun you have with this, the better, because this is the final part of this harvest before we start to come into the results and complete this harvest. And I think you're going to enjoy it. I think it's going to show you what you are getting ready to bring into Capricorn season, where we will have Mercury retrograde out of Capricorn into Sag. And I think this is going to rev you with the necessary amount of passion to really fuel a lot of this ascension into the next level of your character and being. You stay blessed as always, and until next time.